folks, and welcome to their Saturday morning Samoflange. I'm Matt, still alone, by the way. Looked through the list, the old drawer. I found some old topics. These old topics were written back when I was in my old house, and it's been a while. Some of the topics I'm cleaning out. I found these in one of the drawers because when we moved here, I guess I just shoved them all in this one drawer. I'm pulling through them, and there was one on here. And I didn't understand what it meant. It just said random topic generator. And I went, what does that mean? Random topic? Are we just going to just choose random topics slowly? Are we playing a game? What are we doing? And then I realized I went online one time, a long time ago, and found something that just you punch it in and it randomly selects a question and you answer it. And I thought this would be fun for us to do way back in the day. And so, it's one of those things that I guess, but because it didn't say top five, I didn't know what it meant. And I thought it was mixed up with another top five. I couldn't read it because some of these are written together. And now I realize what it is. So I'm going to hit, I pulled up something called Random Topic Generator. I don't remember which one I originally looked up, but I do now remember what this one's about. And I'm going to answer today. Today, no top five, just random topics, exactly what it says. So this is conversationstarters.com. It seems to be the one I remembered picking. But anyway, clicking on the first topic here, let's see. What is the longest amount of time that you've slept for? That's easy. My record in a bed was 14 hours. I remember it because I was at my grandmother's house spending the week with her on my own without my parents, and Star Trek came on at 11 o'clock. I was about to go to bed. Now, this is back in the day when internet wasn't a big deal. Dial-up was around, but my grandmother didn't have even dial-up. And you had TV, but she was letting me watch TV. I was bored, and I wasn't really watching anything, I don't think. And then suddenly an episode of Star Trek came on, and I was so tired because it was 11 o'clock by now. But I really wanted to watch Star Trek because, I love the original Star Trek. So I watched it. Of course, it's an hour long. And so at midnight, I went to bed, and I remember being so tired. Well, then, the next day, my grandmother knocks on the door, opens up, Matt, and I kind of wake up and say, oh, yeah. And she goes, oh, no, I just want to make sure you weren't dead, and close the door. And I was like, that's a weird thing to say. So I rolled back over. I was like, well, I wonder what time it is. I'm thinking it's like 10 o'clock or something. And so I look at the clock, and it says 12 noon. And I'm like, whoa. Because I remember I sat up for a minute. I was like, what? I've been asleep for 12 hours? Rubbed my eyes, looked back at the clock. It didn't say 12. It said 2 p.m. I'd slept for 14 straight hours. I can't believe my grandmother let me sleep that long. Now, she probably checked on me earlier, and I just never heard her. But when she started calling my name, that's when, and I called that my bed. I remember we went on a summer camp or something one year, and the halfway stop used to be my grandmother's house. So we'd spend the night there and then continue the rest of the journey, me and the church kids I went with. And I mailed her a sign to put up on the door that said, this is Matt's bed. And when they got there, everyone was trying to grab beds. If you didn't grab a bed, you got a couch. And if you didn't get a couch, you got the floor. So everyone's running to snag a bed. And then they saw that my bed was reserved. And everyone got mad. I said, I'm sorry, I have a reservation. My mom thought it was funny and allowed it to happen. So some poor girl probably got to sleep on the floor. But I got my bed. That was the softest bed. And that was the longest I've ever slept, 14 hours. I remember that. So far, this is pretty good. Let's see, next one. How would I define success? That's actually a good question. How would I define success? If you're happy with what you do, and you're happy, generally speaking, in your life, that's really the most success. I love what I do, love my kids. So yeah, there's always things you can complain about, but goodness gracious, not a day goes by when I'm so thankful for my life, the life that I have. And that it could be a lot worse, Everyone's talking about what they want, their needs, their wants. But the haves, The haves is what I am thankful for the most. Next one. If you could choose your last meal, what would it be? What would be my last meal? Maybe it would be, this is a great question, probably my mom's jambalaya. That's my favorite meal. That's my favorite. My grandmother's gumbo is pretty close second. I'm trying to think of something else. What's something else I like? I mean, I like a really good waffle. That seems kind of lame, so I'll go with the jambalaya. What was the last movie I saw? Jeez, to frag. I just saw a movie. Late Night with the Devil. It was good. It was okay. Could have been better. Could have been better, but it was good. It was decent. Like it needed a little tweaking. It would have been better. All right. How do you think the world will end? Well, rapture. There you go. Next one. What's the biggest life change you've gone through? Obviously, having kids. That's just, it's day and night. I was thinking about this the other day. If it was just me and my wife, I mean, we wouldn't be in this big house, that's for sure. We'd still be in the little house. Probably go on a lot more trips. Probably, be able to afford more stuff, buy more stuff, go out more, do our own thing, go over to friends' house more, have more parties, and be miserable because I don't have 4 beautiful children, but not know that. All right. Who was the last person you had a good conversation with? Easy. Just talked to my good friend Joe Bongiorno last night, and I always love talking to him. He holds the record for longest phone call, which is 6 hours, I think. 6 or 8 hours. I can't recall. But we spoke all through the night. And I mean, even the last time we talked, we spoke for 5 hours, and 5 hours went by like that. I mean, I wasn't even ready to go, but I felt bad because he's on Eastern Standard Time. So it was even later for him. But I mean, I always feel bad after talking with Joe because I feel like I've taken up so much of his time. But he always assures me that it was worth it and he enjoyed the conversation too. But I honestly think I could talk to him for 24 hours straight. I'd love to be on a long road trip with that guy. We would never get bored driving all across the country. The last I mean, I also had a good talk with Ryan Kennel, actually, just a few minutes ago. So me and Ryan talk every once in a while, and I always like him. He's a good guy, even though a lot of people don't think he is. Let's see. Tell me about your dream house. I was thought about this. What if I won the lottery, can build my own house? What would it have? It would definitely have a mini movie theater, meaning like 50 seats movie theater. It would have its own gym. That way I wouldn't have to go to the gym. And I'd have my own gym there. I'd have my own little recording studio for my podcast and whatnot. Green screen for videos and stuff. What else would it have? I don't know. Slides on the staircases. So if you just wanted to slide down, you could. I saw that on some weird design. I was like, I love that idea. I don't really want a pool because I want to keep up with the pool. I don't know. Oh, I'd have outside. I'd have an indoor basketball court that could also be converted into a volleyball court. That could also be converted into hockey. I'd have a baseball field outside. I'd have a football field for our annual Santa Bowl game. I think that's what I'd like. That kind of stuff. I can't think of anything else. Probably 3 stories, because I think a third story is. I have a 2-story home, but I think a third story is even cooler. I don't know. I guess that's what my dream house would look like. Do you have anything else? I don't know. I try to think about that. What other attractions would I have on it? Probably just that. Probably just those things. I mean, I have a library. Oh, yeah, I'd have a library for sure. Library/game room. But bookshelves with the ladder that kind of rolls. I would love that. That would be my bookshelf study with a fireplace, nice furniture, a nice gaming table in the middle. I definitely have that. Oh, I definitely have a bookcase and it has a secret passage, and it has like a basement area where I could just chill and hide from everyone when I want peace and quiet. Yeah, like a bat cave, but with just a bed. Maybe some TVs there. Wouldn't be that big. No giant penny or dinosaur there. This is actually a really good idea. I like this random generator now. All right, next one. What's the biggest physical challenge that you faced? The biggest physical? What have I done? Oh, well, I don't know. Something that's tired me out, worn me out. I used to jog a lot. Physical challenge. I had to be in that impromptu idiots fight club, and I was so scared to death. That wasn't as physical. I cheated. I say cheated. I swindled my way to the top and never returned. Physical challenge. Physical. Like you have to do hard work on it. I don't know, man. I mowed some tough lawns back in the day. The grass was super thick, super tough, and we just had a little push mower back then. Those are probably really big when I'm dripping sweat. Oh, no. Working for a surveyor. Oh, man, cutting line in 100+ degree weather out in the humid, mosquito-infested woods. Oh, it was awful. That was the worst. That was waking up, starting work at 5 in the morning. You had to start. Like, we were there at 4:30 to meet with her. I had to wake up at 3. And we meet at 4:30, talk about what we're going to do. At 5 o'clock, when you can barely see the hand in front of your face, you start chopping through the jungle to determine the surveyor's line. And then you keep going until you can't see your hand in front of your face. So 8:30 at night in the summer. And so you'd have your 40 hours by Wednesday morning. And then you got time and a half. So you had this big paycheck. And then you'd work on Saturdays too. And it was awful. It was awful. And then I was going to quit anyway, but he fired me after summer was over because summer's their busiest time. And then people won't apply in the summer, but they'll apply in the winter because they like cutting it in the winter where it's cooler. And when he finally got enough people, he cut me because he didn't like me because he knew I hated it too. So, oh well. Anyway, all right. Do I recycle? No. Whatever. I wish they made recycling easier, but you have to take things to the recycling center. They don't come to you. You have to go to them. It's not worth it. And it's way out of town. Would you rather be stuck in a house with someone you hate or stuck in the house alone? Stuck in the house alone. Goodness gracious. Why would I want to be stuck in the house with someone I hate? I don't mind being alone for a while, some quiet time. I rarely get that, so I'd rather be that. Here's a better question. Stuck in the room alone or stuck with someone I love? I mean, obviously someone I love, but stuck in a room with a stranger or by myself, probably by myself, All right. If you could choose to have any useless superpower, what would you be? Useless superpower? I mean, wouldn't a superpower... If I wanted this useless, what would be a useless superpower? I don't know. The superpower to... I don't know. I don't know what superpower I would have. That's useless. Everything I'd want would be useful, for, squeezy cheese to come out of my finger. That's kind of useless. But again, you'd always have squeezy cheese whenever you wanted it, or whipped cream. Maybe that's it. Maybe have condiments coming out of my fingers. Maybe Arby's sauce. Hold on, let me see. We wouldn't have cheese. We have Arby's sauce, A1 sauce, Chick-fil-A sauce, Batch 83 sauce from Quiznos. Definitely the Firehouse sauce. There you go. Tabasco would have to be one of them because I always need some Tabasco. I got more. Oh, I love a good honey mustard. That's a good one. Chipotle sauce would be good. I'm not really a big fan of ranch. What would be my other two sauces I would want? I'm going to forget one of my favorite sauces probably if I'm doing this. But we'll just go with that for right now. I don't know what the other two would be. Maybe whipped cream. Would I want whipped cream? When would I need whipped cream? I really don't eat whipped cream with anything. Oh, maybe chocolate. Some chocolate sauce. There you go. They go in milk and then on top of ice cream. I don't know what would come out. That's nine flavors. Surely, oh, lemon juice. There you go. That way, 'cause I like putting lemon juice in my Coke Zero. All right, there you go. That's pretty useless, by the way. All right, what's the biggest priority in your life right now? Biggest priority? I don't know. Biggest priority. My number one priority: make sure the kids don't kill themselves. Not saying that they hate each other. I'm just saying that, dang, my kid took a tumble into the footer dresser of the little foot chest at your bed. Sometimes we have one. He just was running, got excited. He trips over his feet and falls head first. And he just slammed right, and I mean, big old knot in his head. And my little girl's even klutzier. She'll fall while walking and just smack her head on the kitchen counter or kitchen table or whatnot. It's just weird. So yeah, that kind of kill. They fall down the steps, wooden steps. The little man fell down the steps the other day because they're not careful. They don't do the one step thing. They think they're big kids now. They don't hang onto the rail, and of course they take a tumble every once in a while. So yeah, not have my kids kill themselves. There you go. It's a good one. All right, where are we? Oh, halfway through. This is fun. Let's do this. What's my favorite food? Burgers, I guess. Burgers over pizza, even though I love pizza, I'd love to go for a good burger. Someone said, you want to know where a good blank is? It'd be burger. It'd be burger for sure. All right, what is a short-term and long-term goal of yours? What? Oh, this is like, I don't know, like, get my gaming group back. Long-term goal, short-term goal, play as many games as I can. When I can. I can't do, all my game nights got canceled this weekend. So I don't have a strong gaming group. I have one that will meet, but they also have other things. They also have other lives. I need someone without a life, like me, who can meet every week and play games with. I guess that'd be establishing the career-wise. It's too much to tell, so we'll have to skip that. Did a big gripe about that the other day, or today actually. All right, how many email addresses do you have? 2. 1 for personal, 2 for junk mail. And I give it to people who I don't know as well, and then give them my other true one. But I check both evenly. One of the email addresses I have is a Juno address. If anyone doesn't know, Juno was back when the early days of the internet. If you didn't want to pay for internet, you bought Juno. Juno was free, and they would connect you to the internet for free, but only to check your email. And that's what it was, just a free email service where you didn't need internet, or they could dial in. And Juno's still around today, but I'm the only one that still utilizes probably his email address. It's one of the earliest email addresses I ever had. So that is one of the earliest ones. I don't think I had any other address. I mean, Comcast gave me an address of their email, but I never used that one. When you got Comcast Internet, they gave you their little email, but I never used that one. And then, of course, I have a Gmail, because everyone had to get a Gmail when it came out. What's your favorite thing about winter? Nothing. I hate the cold. I hate the cold. I mean, the holidays, I guess, but I hate winter. There's nothing I like about it. I don't like it being cold outside. I'm always cold inside. We run the heater, but my feet are always freaking freezing. So really like some nicer slippers to wear. But yeah, the winter is never fun. I want to get through the winter as fast as I can. And thankfully, we didn't have that bad of a winter. It was actually warm during February. January was a really only cold month. And we had some cold snaps in March and April. But mainly it's been warm. And now, I mean, shoot, we've cleared the fence now. We're in May. It's going to be hot now. It's going to be cooking. But yeah, I just try to December, January, and February. That's when it starts getting cold. In November too, it starts getting cool. But December, January, February is when you'll mainly have your colder months. And I'm just like holding my breath, waiting for the warmer times of March, which we had. February is beautiful. I mean, honestly, it's the warmest February we ever had, and I loved it. I hated January. January had a cold ice freeze that lasted for like 3 or 4 days. I was stuck inside the house, and I was like a madman trying to get out. I mean, I was one of the few areas that still had ice on the road in the driveway when everyone else had thawed out because my neighborhood was surrounded by trees, so we still couldn't get out. I hacked away with a shovel for hours on end to try to get the ice out of the driveway. I was desperate to try to get out. I mean, stir crazy. I hate working from home. I'm the only person in America besides Elon Musk and Jamie Dimon who hate working from home. There's 3 people in that category who hate working from home, and I'm the third one. But the only difference is the other 2 are like billionaires. But yeah, I never like working from home. I feel sloppy, icky, lazy. I just sluggish. I just feel discontent when I'm at home working. Got to be in the office. All right, that wasn't a question, but I gave the answer to it anyway. All right, let's see. What did you have for dinner last night? I don't know, whatever leftovers the kids didn't eat. I can't remember what we had. Oh, my wife made them pancakes, chocolate chip pancakes. I ate one, way too sweet. I hate chocolate in my pancakes. And it was just I put syrup on it too because I didn't realize it had chocolate chips in it, so super sweet. I was like, yuck. And I think I made a sandwich and then ate some. I cooked rice. This is the weirdest thing. We have nothing. My wife hasn't gone to the grocery store yet, so we have no sandwich meat or anything. And I need something to take for lunch every day because I pack a lunch. So I just found a bag of rice, cooked it, and actually it's been pretty good. Chinese people eat that rice up and everything, and it's just white rice. That's all it is. I put a little salt in it. But then, I take some, and I was fine. I actually enjoyed my rice. I'm having rice tomorrow, It's just my little meal to fill me up. It's just I put it in a cup. It's like Survivor. I have my little bowl of rice, and then I'm ready. I'm actually really good to go. Rice fills you up. So that's going to be my meal for next week, probably, because I cooked a whole lot of it, that whole bag. Ooh, man, should have done half a bag. But anyway, no one else is going to eat it. But all right, next one. What is your favorite childhood memory? Let's do a May memory, since I have several. The biggest May memory would have to be probably around my birthday, but it has to be as a child. I had a birthday at Pizza Inn, which was a lot of fun. They had a big, giant pizza. I don't know how big it was. It probably wasn't that big. I was probably small. But I remember it was a pretty big pizza at the time. And it had 4 different corners with one was cheese, one was pepperoni, one was sausage, and I can't remember what the other one was, maybe ham. And so you ate from they cut it in squares almost. But it was huge. To me, it was a huge pizza. And me and all my friends ate it. And that was a good birthday memory. So there you go. Memory for May. Probably not what it wanted. What is your favorite meal of the day? Probably dinner. I know everyone says breakfast, but I just eat a bowl of cereal for breakfast and then go to work. So that's not that fun. I'm not a breakfast guy. I'm not a guy. I mean, I would love eggs and bacon and stuff, but at the same time, I don't want to take the time to make all that. I don't have time for that. I'm trying to get kids ready. What else? Lunch. I mean, lunch can be fun. You can go do lunch with a group of people and stuff, but mainly lunches are me sitting at my desk while I work. Or lunch is like scattered out throughout the day on Saturdays when I'm dragging around 4 kids. I don't eat what they eat. I sometimes eat when they're eating, but mainly I'm trying to get the kitchen cleaned up while they're eating. So I just kind of eat this and that, whatever left. I'm just the guy that just eats whatever leftovers are around left. So yeah, so not really big on any type of meal. What is your least favorite part of your day? Oh gosh, that's a good question. What's the least favorite part of my day? I don't know. Maybe it's that stretch between dinner and bedtime, because the kids are, I'm waiting for the kids to wind down. I can't do anything. It's hard to clean because the babies all of a sudden want to be around me, and I can't. They all, they're hugging on me, and that's fine. But I mean, they want to play. They want something to drink. They want something to eat. And I'm just trying to get something clean, and I feel like I'm just waiting out that last hour before bedtime, so they can go to bed, so I can get my stuff done, so I can go to bed. Like I can't record this podcast unless they're in bed, which they are right now. But I have to wait till everyone to get settled down before I can do anything. So it's probably that last hour before bedtime You're just like praying for the clock to move so they can go to bed so you can get stuff done so you can go to bed early. Trials of being a parent. All right, next one. What is something new that you have learned this past week? What's something new I've learned? Well, business-wise, at my job, I'm learning a different what's it called? Department. I'm training a different department for the first time. I'm not scared or intimidated by that. I know I'm not going to be the smartest person in the room, and I'm even going to admit when I don't know something. I'll tell them. But learning something new is not intimidating at me at all. I know I'm going to look like the idiot, ask the biggest questions sometimes. But at the same time, I don't mind. I don't mind being the new person again. So it's fun. In fact, I was talking to someone else who no longer works in my department who loves it, and it got me thinking maybe it's time for a switch. I don't know. But there you go. All right, next one. Do I have any siblings? Yep, I've answered this one before, but I have 5 siblings. One is a teacher at a school. He lives here. Another one is an opera singer, a professional opera singer. Right now, I believe is in Boise, Idaho. He travels a lot. It doesn't matter where he lives. He used to live in New York City, but he realized he was getting the same amount of jobs no matter where he lived because he has to travel. New York's not the only place for opera. So he's been living in different places. So, but I'm finally going to get to see him for the first time in like 2 years. This summer, he's going to come down to our beach vacation, which will be fun. And then the brother underneath him does something at a camp down in New Orleans, even though I heard he was going to be moving soon. I can't remember where. I was excited, too, when I heard. I don't know where he's moving to. But anyway, he may be moving. And then, where else? Who else? Underneath him is a brother that lives here. He works for an insurance company, getting doctors into the as partnering into the network, partnering with insurance companies. So he travels a little. He doesn't travel as much now, but he helps with that, the networking part for an insurance company. And then finally, my youngest sister, she runs a bakery. There you go. Lots of fun. Happy to have such a big family. All right, next one. Are you a risk taker? Not anymore because I got a family. The highest risk you've taken? Well, I took risk all the time as, a single guy because you can quit your job and tell them to shove it. I never was going to stay at a job that I was unhappy at, and I did not care. And I spoke my mind and left on good terms, turned in my 2 weeks, worked hard for those 2 weeks, but let them know I'm not happy here. And I'm not going to stay at a job just because it pays well or I need it for the insurance and stuff. And I've always preached that since I was younger, and I still do that today. But, it's a big risk leaving one job and hopefully finding something else that you're good at or that you'll like or whatever. But it never really worried me. And there'd be times on purpose. There's one summer I did not get a job. I call it my summer of siesta, where I partied and blew all my savings on purpose. And you think that'd scare most people, but it didn't. So there's the risk taker there, But now, no, I wouldn't do that. Had to be very secure. That's why when you put in so much time and tenure with a company, you're basically stuck there. I mean, I'm glad I love it. If I hated it, I wouldn't be stuck there. But if I was, I don't think I'd leave. Amazon is moving into town next year. I'll be honest. If Amazon equaled my pay, I'd probably move. I'd probably go to them because I just love Amazon so much. But most likely I won't even look into it because I'm happy where I'm at. But yeah, I wouldn't probably take the risk that I did back then because I got more people to think about. It's not just me anymore. So not the biggest risk taker, if that's what it means here. And then what kind of music do you like to listen to? I've already answered this before in the past, but anything but country. So, yeah, oddly enough, I did work for a country station, and no one knew. No one knew. I mean, the host knew, but the listeners didn't know. They thought I was joking when I'd make cracks about country, but I never liked country. Anyway, all right, hey, that was fun. Random topic generator. I may do this again. This was actually more fun than I thought it would be, and time has kind of flown by a little fast. So, anyway, Or I may just go to another top 5 topic here. I don't know. I have a lot of choices. The future's open until Mikey returns. Will he return? I don't know, folks. But you can find out next Saturday morning Samoflange.